All right, this is question number 10 on test number 10, section 3. The graph of 2x squared plus 10x plus 12 is shown. If the graph crosses the y-axis at 0, k, what's the value of k? We know that from an equation we could plug in 0 for x to get the y-intercept, so 12 must be the y-intercept, choice D. So number 10 is D. Number 11. A circle has a center at 5, 7 and a radius of 2. So we know that it's going right 5. So we want x minus 5 as our transformation to go to the right by 5. Up 7. So we want the transformation y minus 7 squared. A circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared, the radius squared over here. So if the radius is 2, in my equation, I want to see that 4, because r squared would be 4. So 11 should be A. And you haven't really seen equations of circles except maybe in pre-calculus. So that might be kind of something new, but it's using a transformation rule that you should be familiar with from Algebra 2. We've got similar triangles here. A, B, C is similar to D, E, F. So what's the value of the cosine of E? In similar triangles, the ratios are always going to be the same. So I really could find the cosine of B, and it will be the same value. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent side for B is 12, and the hypotenuse is 13. So the answer is B, 12 over 13. Number 13. This quadratic equation has two x-intercepts. What is the distance between them? So to find my x-intercepts, if I can factor it, that would make this easier. So if I put it in factored form and I'm plotting, here's -1, 2, 3, 4. My two x-intercepts are at -4 and -1. So the distance between them is a distance of 3 units. So 13 is C. Number 14, what are the values of x that satisfy the given equation? They're giving me two different values, so I probably should just plug those values in, see if one of them works, both of them works, or neither works. So if I plug in 1, I get the square root of 4, which is 2. Is that equal to 1 minus 3? So 1 doesn't work because I get positive 2 equaling -2. So 1 doesn't work. And I need to see if number 2 works, so 9. If I plug in 4 times 9, I get 36, and the square root of 36 is 6. And then if I plug in 9 over here, 9 minus 3 is 6. So it looks like 2 works, and 2 is the only one to work. 15. This is a system of equations. A is a constant. For which of the following would the system have no solution? So we want both our x values and our y values to drop out and then have like 0 on this side equal to a constant. So let's think about if we were going to do elimination, I would multiply the top row through by -2 so that I'll get a -2y here and a positive 2y here. So I would get positive 6x minus 2y equals -12, and then ax plus 2y equals 4. So if I want both of my equations to drop out and get 0 on this side, so there'll be no solution, I want a to be -6 so that I'll have -6x and positive 6x, and I'll get 0 equal to -8. So I want A to be, little a needs to be A, choice A, number -6. Number 16, a manufacturer shipped units of a certain product to 2 locations. The equation shows the total shipping cost to ship C units to the closer location and shipping F units to the farther location. The total shipping cost was $47,000 and 3,000 units were shipped to the further location. How many units were shipped closer? So it looks like we're going to plug in 47,000 as our price. We don't know how many were shipped to the closer location. And we know that 3,000 units were shipped to the further location, right? So I'm going to take 47,000. Oh, I'm not supposed to use a calculator. So this is 36,000. I'm subtracting 36,000. So I'll have 11,000 left equal to 5C. So it looks like 5C is half of that. So would that be 5,500? No, I'm dividing by 5. 2,200. And 2,200 is the right answer. So I took 11,000 and divided by 5. I used a calculator, sorry, but you can't use a calculator on the SAT. So I hope you know how to do the long division. All right, number 17. A and B are the solutions to this equation. All right, so solving an absolute value equation, 2x plus 1 either has to be positive 5 or 2x plus 1 has to be negative 5. Because we know that the absolute value of a negative number will still be a positive number because it's the distance away from 0. So 2x would be 4, x would be 2 for my first solution. And 2x would be, subtract 1, negative 6. So x would be negative 3. They want the distance, right, between A and B. So they look to be 5 units apart. 2 to negative 3 on the number line is 5 units apart. One purchased an antique. It had a value of $200. Each year, the value increases 10% over the value of the previous year. The estimated value of the antique 2 years after purchase can be represented by 200 times A. A is a constant. So we want to take 200. If it's going up 10%, we're going to multiply by 1.10 for 2 years. So 1.1 squared. 1.1 times 1.1 is how much? 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Save a spot. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. And move the decimal 2 places. 1.21. Does that sound right? I had to check it with a calculator. So 1.1 times 1.1 is 1.21. So this is really equal to 1.21. So the answer they're looking for is 1.21. Based on the system of equations, what is the value of 5x plus 5y? I guess I'll need to solve the system of equations first. Oh, actually, look at this. 5x plus 5y, bam, is going to be that much, isn't it? 5x plus 5y will be 2,500. There was a time saver. Just lucky that I looked before I started solving using elimination. All right, number 20, we've got u plus t equals 5 and u minus t equals 2. So what's the value of u minus t? Okay, so this is going to require you to factor it because it's the difference of squares. So I have u minus t, and then I have another u minus t, and then I have a u plus t, because difference of squares factors into u minus t times u plus t. And then I already know that u plus t is 5, and u minus t is 2. So I'm taking 2 times 2 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. So the answer to 20 is 20.